Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and today we are watching episode 19 of season 6 of Supernatural. So last time was amazing. Last time was a themed episode. Last time we went back to, 1861 in order to get the ashes of a phoenix. It was a very specific mission that was kind of awesome because let's see, where do we start? Let's start at the beginning and just quick recap. We went to the Campbell compound. That's a tricky one to say. Because Sam knew that there was information there. There was a hidden library. I don't think we brought all those books with us. We should have, because that was like, they're not going to use them. Like they're dead. The Campbells are no longer like a force to that can do anything. Like they're all dead. Like maybe not all of them, but essentially all of them. So yeah, we should have brought those books back to Bobby's place because it could have been really useful. But there, anyways, we found Bobby found some info on the mother of all, Eve, and it said that the ashes of a phoenix can, or like a phoenix can hurt her or something to that effect. And then Dean found the journal of Samuel Colt, where it said that the gun killed the phoenix. So they got Castiel to send them back in time, and Dean was having a blast. Apparently he was a huge Western movie fan, and it was just like he was geeking out so hard until he realized that the image in his head of what it would be like was reality was not like that at all. It was not very glamorous. It was very dirty, very unhygienic, and just in general awful. And lucky for him that he was a white guy. You know, it could have been much worse. But yeah, that happened. Sam went to talk to Samuel because Samuel Colt, that is, was nowhere to be found. And it all worked out in the end. They got called back to present day before they were able to, like, Dean managed to kill the phoenix, but they got pulled back before they managed to collect the ashes. But Sam, having connected with Samuel, made it so that Samuel pulled a Back to the Future power move, and sent them a package that had just been like sitting forever, like in a depot. Miracle that it didn't get lost, but it didn't. So yeah, they received the package from way back when, and now they have the ashes, so now they can go hunt Eve, which I really hope we're gonna do. We don't have to find her and like finish her, but yeah, I would like more on her, you know? She seems interesting. And we are also approaching the end of the season, you know? So like, we need to start wrapping things up. And there's the Eve thing, there's the Sam Soul thing that might not finish up this season. They might keep going with that. Yeah, they're probably going to keep going with that because that's going to be a process over a long period of time. And then we have the Heaven Civil War thing. Yeah, I guess those are the two big things right now. The Monster Civil War, or not Civil War, the Monster situation with Eve, the Heaven Civil War, and Crowley. And like, I'm so unsure on that at the moment. Like, I don't know. We will see, I guess, because like that would tie everything together, you know, in a very neat way. Because Crowley is gunning for Purgatory, and I've talked about it previously. We don't need to go over it again. Anyways, let's get into it, shall we? Before we start, though, I just quickly want to mention the Patreon. On the Patreon, I am 4 weeks ahead, which is 8 episodes. The episodes on Patreon are also uncut, not edited down like here on YouTube, and there's also the other shows and movies and stuff I do. So if that interests you, feel free to check it out. Links in the description down below. With that, let's get into episode 19 of season 6 of Supernatural.
Okay, then I'm buying next
I'm not even lying. I'm not even joking at all.
Hey.
Hey, there she is! No, not heaven. Sorry. Wrong place. Oh boy, she did something to you, my friend. She is very interesting. Like, where does she get her powers from? Like, what are her powers? Is she like basically God, but for Purgatory, or for monsters, or like I don't know.
I mean, is that blood?
Yes, I suppose it is.
It's a bit weird that she hasn't changed clothes. Because that is the dress she had, like, when she was sacrificed, I think. That's not natural. I don't care how good you are at kissing. Hey, nice! She's interesting because she's like, it's weird. Oh, you're making shotgun shells with the ash. Yeah, I guess that could work.
You know, it's a hell of a lot more than we had last week. Maybe.
Huh. This stuff is supposed to burn the big Jesus out of Eve.
Yes, but I mean, so does... Come on, dude. That's... Silver burns monsters, iron burns monsters.
It's like...
Exactly, thank you, Sam.
I'm thinking maybe it's time you made a call.
To Castiel?
It'll be me that makes the call, huh? It's not
Because
like
you're
Castiel
his...
in my ass. The dude's busy.
No, he's here.
It's hidden from all angels. Awesome.
You know,
How is that?
what we really need is an inside man.
Like a friendly monster?
Maybe we can find one.
Yeah, maybe you can. I wouldn't put it past. Like, we have some to call back on. I'm trying to think.
Lenore.
Oh, hey, yeah, her. The vampire chick.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it really has.
Your hunter friend almost killed me.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, he turned into a vampire, and I chopped his head off.
Yeah, with razor wire.
Wicked.
That was pretty wicked. It was kind of awesome. She looks a bit rough, you know? Very dirty.
We need to talk to you.
And very skittish.
Eve.
I mean, the skittishness is understandable.
I couldn't fight it anymore. It's her voice. In our heads. What
Yeah, that makes sense.
to us.
I mean, if the alpha can reach out and communicate, it should make sense that the alpha of the alphas can do it.
You don't know how hard it is not to give in.
No, I really don't.
Everyone gives in.
Must be like a weirdly, wickedly powerful addiction.
You do know she could be listening to us right now.
We're still going in.
You're crazy.
Yes, they are.
You still give a crap. You don't want to kill. And you don't want this whole planet dead.
Well, I think that the fact that she doesn't want to kill is a pragmatic option, because she knows that if she kills, she'll be hunted. So it's not like she has like moral objections to it, really.
Kill me. I'm dangerous. I hear her voice all the time.
You're not like the rest of
I
them.
make
Yes, but if we kill her, maybe you won't hear her voice anymore.
I fed. I couldn't
Yeah.
help it.
It's okay. We all make mistakes.
Please.
Lenore?
Okay, Cass? He's really quite ruthless these days, Cass.
We needed to move this along. She is here. I'm glad we got Smitey McSmiterton on our squad. All right, where do we start?
I don't expect him to hang around.
I finally got the police database. No thanks to this. I asked for a computer.
It is a computer.
No,
No, it's not. It's a tablet. It's not quite the same.
I'll search the town. Guess we can still see you. Something's wrong. What, are you stuck?
Oh no,
Locked.
that's not good.
I'm powerless.
Oh,
You're joking.
is he actually powerless, or is this just? I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel I can trust what he says.
a Dr. Silver called in an illness he couldn't identify.
Well, that's not much to go on.
No, indeed it isn't. There's something I just I had to pause just for a second, just because there's something I want to say before I forget about it, and it's about Eve. When she was in the thing, I started saying it, but then I caught myself because it was noisy and I didn't want to continue. Eve is weird. And I don't know if they're doing this on purpose or not, but she is, like, the way she looks very young. She's a student. She was a college student, right? When she was captured. That, and her dress looks kind of like a nightgown as well. But you could also see that as like a dress that's worn by a child. So in many ways, like the clothes she's wearing and her appearance is very youthful. She looks in many ways like a child, but at the same time, she is supposed to be mother of all. And I find that interesting. I don't know if that was a conscious choice that they made.
I have a painful burning sensation.
Okay, dude.
What kind of doctor goes to CDC and then goes AWOL the very next day?
Yeah, that's weird. That's actually really weird.
Is this gonna take a long time?
Yeah, longer with you interrupting. That's a faster option. Holy moly, is that what's gonna happen to all of them?
Wife of 2 sons.
Uh-oh. Hi there.
Uh-oh, it's the fuss.
You casual Friday agents?
Yeah, very much.
3 miles out.
I mean, I could buy Sam, but Bobby, no.
Not sick. Missing.
Missing.
Once you put out an EPB, we'll compare notes down at the station. Sound good?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure.
Obliged.
So what, Shifter?
I don't know what we're looking at.
All right, Dean and me are gonna go in.
What the heck? What the heck? That's a lot of eddies.
Okay, don't touch anything.
Hey, there's one still alive.
Hey, Ed, what's going on?
I don't think that's Ed.
Do all of us... Do we look like Ed?
Yeah, you do.
Am I gonna die?
No, you're not gonna die, okay? Now you need to talk to us.
You're probably gonna die because everyone else is dead.
I think... Now we're all sick.
You think?
Yeah, and maybe you should get out of there, guys, because this seems to be infectious.
A girl in white.
Good. Okay, what did the girl in white do?
That's also a thing that she's in white. The
Marshall.
color of innocence, the virginal white. But she's a mother, so it's a virgin birth, and like it's weird.
Make more.
No. Cass has got a good point. I mean, if she's gonna make a shifter army, why make one that's sick, gooey, and dying?
Add that to the pile
Don't know.
of crap and don't make sense.
Maybe she's trying to make something new, and she hasn't quite figured out the components yet.
The sheriff's a moot, but still, you'd think he'd notice this many missing folks.
Unless he's in on it.
Got a vamp over here. Nope. Scratch that. We got a wraith. What the hell?
Yeah. And maybe a shifter as well. And maybe, I don't know, something else. Like maybe there's like all the monsters combined.
Well, congrats, you discovered it. You get to name it.
Hey, nice.
Jefferson Starships.
What? That's a band, right?
They're horrible and hard to kill.
I don't think I've ever heard anything by Jefferson Starship. No, it's supposed to be Jefferson Airplane, right? Right?
Like they all
Jefferson Airplane.
Burned up like
a high fever.
Here's where I can see them.
Hey, quick thinking, Dean.
We're the feds.
Yeah, the feds are not allowed to do this. Couple.
Well, check their temperatures. This is obviously not new. Why would there be this many people here at a bar in the middle of the day? Jesus, people are stupid.
Listen, if we can make a phone call, we can straighten this all out.
Straighten out a massacre. I'd like to see you try.
Oh, yeah, they're all in on it.
Starships!
That just sounds wrong. Yes, they're all Jefferson Starships. Hey, Dean, nice.
I'll say this. You're the healthiest looking specimen I've seen all day.
Yeah, she was trying to
Vitamins.
fix the mix, I guess.
You're so wasting your time. You stupid head of cattle.
Ooh, blood. I like that. I like that little, like, the notice board with stuff pinned on it. It's such a little thing, but it's like it just adds life to it.
You Dr. Silver's boys. All right, don't worry. We're gonna get you out of here, okay? What, keys?
Yeah.
I don't know. Test them with silver or something. It's admirable that you want to save people, but you don't know if these are monsters or not.
You won't talk. Not since they came for us.
Rough situation. But still, I don't trust you yet.
So first we gotta make sure you're you.
How do you
Hey!
do that?
Good thinking, guys.
You really think that's gonna make me talk?
Something will.
Yeah, just keep trying.
And your folks?
Cops said we were next. They said we were food.
It's stupid to take kids prisoner for food because they weigh less than adults.
We'll be back in a few.
Dean. Millions of lives are at stake here, not just 2. Just stay focused.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, but that's what. Yeah, that sounds a lot like Zachariah and Michael, what they were trying to sell, you know? Like, sacrifice a couple of thousand in order to save billions, or sacrifice a couple millions in order to save billions. Yeah, it feels good saving people, huh? Still, I don't know. Didn't see you test them, and maybe they don't have the same weaknesses. Maybe that's the reason for the mix, that like you want to make something that doesn't have the same weaknesses that the constituent parts have.
They may find more wayward orphans along the way.
Oh, don't get cute.
It was a bad idea letting them go.
Come on. You don't let Sam and Dean Winchester do squat. They do what they gotta. You know that.
Yeah, it's kind of their thing.
We can stand here belly aching, or we can go poke that pig till he squeals. Thoughts?
Go poke. Figure out something that works. I hope this is a good thing. They may just be plants or like undercover or something.
I need 5 minutes alone with him.
What for?
I have methods. Impressive.
He's at 25 Buckley Street.
How did you do that?
Let's all take one.
Don't give one to Cass.
Load them up. Make them count.
It's not smart giving one to Cass.
You gotta be kidding me. She's been in there the whole time?
Why'd she ever let us in?
Oh, it's the diner they went to at the beginning.
We don't know who's human or who's her.
Yeah, you do. You've seen her.
Me and Sam will go in.
Dean.
Look, if we don't get a shot off, you two better.
Well, at least it ain't complicated.
That's good. Best plans are very simple. Hey, she's the waitress, right?
Crap. Starships.
Yep.
Yep.
Anybody in that diner?
Jefferson Starships all over the place.
We're just headed out.
No, that would be rude, Sam.
It is her. You do recognize her, right? That's problematic.
Phoenix Ash. I'm impressed. I bet you had to go a long way for that.
You have
Yeah.
no idea.
But if the Phoenix...
Thank you.
She's created the Phoenix, right? She created Phoenixes because she's the mother of all monsters. So why would she create something that could kill her? It's weird.
Dragons?
So I dusted off some old classics. I needed help.
With what? Tearing apart the planet?
I never wanted that. Not at first.
No, but we don't know anything about you and your goals.
My children kidnapped and tortured. Even my firstborns. I was pushed into this.
Yeah.
After all, a mother defends.
It all comes back to the souls. Hey, that's cheating. That's no fair.
See? You understand a mother's love.
Something happened to the sound. It sounds different.
Kill us.
You. It's Crowley I want dead.
Well, you're too late there.
I don't know about that.
Crowley's alive.
He wants purgatory, right?
Is that what he told you?
That is what he told us. Yes, it's about, of course, it's all about the souls.
Beautiful little nuclear reactor. Put them together.
How do you use them though? Because I assume they were more like currency. Or, I mean, I guess it's a resource.
Now Crowley wants to siphon off my supply. I'll turn you all. Every soul. Mine.
That is pretty good. That's a pretty good plan.
That plan might take a while.
I'm building the perfect beast.
Wait a second. All those...
Yeah, all the eds were failures.
Well, I think your formula might be a little off.
Well, I mean, no, not anymore. I mean, the cops and the people in here.
Quiet, smart, inconspicuous. You've been with it the whole time.
The kids?
I had to see if it could slip past hunters undetected, of course.
You didn't test, oh, it was just one of them. You didn't test the kids with the phone then, I'm assuming. Oh, supernatural and creepy kids. I wonder what it is. Maybe it's that kids are like we're used to adults doing bad things, but kids being horrible is, yeah, feels extra weird.
I have an offer to propose. Crowley. As you know, not so easy to find.
Okay.
Bring him to me. I let you live.
Pass. Dane. Sam.
For
No.
goodness sake. Yeah, never mind. I forgot. Don't make deals.
Well.
Ah, good lord. This didn't work very well. Like, how are we gonna get out of this?
I'm older than you, Castiel. I know what makes angels tick.
She's older than him.
Work for me. It's a good deal.
Yeah, but deals with monsters and demons has never worked well.
We don't work with monsters.
Or I turn you.
Beat me with what?
Kinda between a rock and a hard place. Jesus. She's fast.
Bite me. Dane! One shell.
Oh.
1 ounce of whiskey. Down the hatch.
But how is that in his blood? I don't know. Is that it? Seriously? Huh. Now Castiel is back. That seemed too easy, considering how powerful she was. Or how powerful she appeared to be. And this is exactly why we can't bring Castiel on monster hunts.
We gotta go now. The kid. The little kid, he's one of them.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I know, Cass.
Yeah, told you so. It's too late though.
I mean, they could have turned half the town by now. Don't say it.
He should say it.
Found him.
Wait, what?
Well, who ganked them?
It's a very, very good question. Because they're like shot.
Demons.
Demons. So, Crowley? Like, my first thought was that they died when she did. But no, they shouldn't, because not in the... I don't even know, man.
Demons don't give a crap about monster tweens unless they're told to. She said that Crowley's still kicking.
But I burned his bones.
Yeah, unless you're in on it.
I'll look into it immediately.
You stranded us here, you
Let us know what you find out.
jackass.
How did Crowley get away?
Yay, we're finally suspecting Cass now.
Was he meant to?
Mm-hmm. Come on, guys, put two and two together. He's been acting fishy for a long time. Is it actually Jefferson Starship? There's what's the one with something airplane?
Really, Cat?
In that case.
This is getting ridiculous.
Hey! There he is.
How many times am I gonna have to clean up your messes?
We have confirmation. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so that was episode 19 of season 6 of Supernatural. I gotta say, Eve was underwhelming. But again, like, how do I put it? It's hard to do fights justice. Like, I so 100% do not watch Supernatural for the action scenes, for the fighting, you know? That's not why I watch Supernatural. In my mind, those parts are the weakest parts of the show, I think. And I think there's a good reason for it. Because, like, what are you supposed to do? Like, for instance, when Castiel and Raphael were fighting back in, what was that episode, like 4 of this season? And they were just, like, punching and kicking each other. It's like, this isn't an archangel and an angel of the Lord, like, two of the most powerful beings in the universe, and they're punching each other. It's like, like I realize that it's like budget limitations, and also they could probably do something that was within budget, but how are we as the audience supposed to understand it? Like, it could be that, like, in actuality, the way angels fight each other is like because they exist in more dimensions than the 3 that we are limited to. We've said this, and like Zachariah said that my true form is, or was it Castiel? It was one of them that was like, my true form is roughly the size of your Chrysler building. And Cass, when he came back from like when we saw him for the first time here in this season, that he was like a bit rusty on his people skills, as he put it, that like he had spent the last so and so many months as a wavelength of celestial intent. So it might be that angels fighting is basically like, yeah, something that we are not equipped to understand, that they're like vibrating at each other in like some complex string theory manner or something. Like it, like how do you get it across a fight between beings like that in a convincing manner that is appropriate and that we as the audience can understand and relate to? Like the way we relate to fighting usually is like punching and so on, like fisticuffs. So I don't know what to do about it. And for those reasons and others as well, of course, that's why like the fighting in Supernatural is very much like, I enjoy it most of the time, but it's never really like the highlight of the episode for me. But yeah, that means that like Eve was fairly underwhelming. Maybe that's also hugely a function of the season being as wide-reaching as it is, with as many different story threads, and like they haven't really been able to focus in on anything in particular and really explore that. It's more shallow, I guess. I'm completely okay with it. It's been a really fun season so far. I think maybe it's like the monster hunting is more a vehicle to drive the plot forward. It's the thing we do to have an excuse to explore other things, basically. But no, I mean, it takes up a lot of time. No, so that's not it either. Like, this is what I do most of the time. I say things and then I like try to figure out what I said and figure out if that made sense or not. And if it doesn't, then I'm like, no, that doesn't feel right. That doesn't fit. And then I try again. That's why usually it's much better if you have someone to discuss with, so you can like toss ideas back and forth. And but I just have me. This season has been really good for me. I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed the, shall we say, ambition of it. They tried to do a lot here. I mean, season's not over yet, of course, but we have 3 episodes left. It's going to be really interesting to see how it closes, because now we're basically down to Crowley and Castiel and their quest for the souls of purgatory. I really would like to know how you use a soul, like how you extract power from it. That would be really interesting to know. But yeah, that's like, we're basically down to that is the only thing left. Because the Sam thing, we've kind of completely forgotten about that. He seems fine. I mean, it's probably gonna maybe it will be a major feature of next season, you know? I will say that I think I'm being, because I have the benefit now of all you lovely people in the comments and on the Discord and on the Patreon who fill me in on some stuff, like not in a spoilery way, of course. I'm really appreciative for that. You're really good at that. Thank you very much for trying to keep my experience pure. But like I've gotten filled in on stuff, like for instance the fact that like there was Kripke who ran the show, and then Sarah Gamble, right, took over afterwards, and like this is the first season like after Kripke left, post Kripke, and that makes me extra like charitable towards it. I'm a bit more forgiving. I mean, I always try to be charitable and forgiving to everything, and try to look for the stuff I like and focus on the stuff I like, and try to like kind of ignore to the best of my ability the stuff that I don't like as much. But with this season, I'm a little bit extra charitable, I feel, because I know that Kripke had, like, there was a vision. It was envisioned as a 5-season show, and then you do those 5 seasons, and then where do you go next, you know? I'm guessing it's going to be hard to, like, find your footing, to know what to do after that. And yeah, I think it's been well executed so far, even though there's been a lot of stuff that they've attempted. I don't even know what that tangent was. But back to it, Eve. Yeah, I wasn't impressed. But at the same time, what do you do in that situation? How do you do it differently? Because it's like with Death, because you can't fight him. You know, it was down to a conversation, and he wanted to help back with Lucifer. And same with like when the episode 11 with Dean and Death, when Dean was Death for a day. It's like Eve felt much in the same way, like something that you can't really fight with guns and punching, you know, with shooting and punching. And I mean, we kind of didn't. It was, I guess it was hubris or something. She thought she was invulnerable. She thought that she had them, and it became her downfall. I am curious. Because if he drinks it, it's not like he injected the shot of whiskey, he drank it. So how does that get into his bloodstream that fast? I mean, alcohol does get taken up by the blood, but that's just the alcohol. That's not like the liquid. I don't know. Magic, I guess. It's supernatural. It's supernatural phenomenon. It just kind of works. It was interesting, though, how she said that she was older than Castiel. Because Crowley is the king of hell. He's the ruler, the de facto, shall we say, he's the de facto god of hell, basically. And she was I'm assuming, the de facto god of purgatory. Like, we've not explored purgatory as much as we've, like, talked about or been aware of hell. We've been aware of hell for a long time. And God is, of course, the god of heaven, you know? Like the ruler. So that's interesting to me because, I don't know, again, I don't know how old Castiel is, but he must be very old. 10,000 at least? Which is not very old, considering like how old the Earth is, or like the universe for that matter. Keep coming back to this. Like, how old did God start the universe at with the Big Bang in this universe? But if she's older than Castiel, how old was she? And now she's dead, so like, I don't feel like I'm gonna get answers to any of this stuff. Like, why is she that old? Like, what was her origin story? And I don't think, is she gonna come back? Because many things don't stay dead in this world, you know? So, is she gonna come back? Is she something that can die? Or is she just gonna, like, be out of commission for a while, or be, like, returned to purgatory and she can try this again? And we can interact with her at a later date? I don't know, I find her really interesting, and I wish that we got more of her, I guess. But we didn't. And we finally found out about Castiel and Crowley. It is as we suspected. They are working together. So I was right to suspect Castiel. I mean, I would have had either way. I mean, I did. It felt wrong to me in episode 10, but even if I didn't start suspecting Castiel there, he's been acting fishy for a long time. You could feel it. So, but now we have confirmation that he is fishy. He is working with Crowley. That's probably what Rachel was referring to. The thing that was so abhorrent that she had to rebel against him. And it makes sense. Like, if you... Yeah, we've talked about it before. How desperate he is, how he's willing to do anything to ensure that Raphael doesn't win the war. He's new to having freedom. He doesn't really know what that's like. Like, when compared to how long he's been alive, he's had freedom for a very short time, for a very short period of that lifetime, you know? So, he's going on a bit of a bender, a freedom bender, I guess. Where, like, there are no rules and there are no good or evil and morals or whatever. I had to quickly Google it, and there is a band called Jefferson Airplane, and there is a band called Jefferson Starship, or there was, and Jefferson Starship was formed by members from Jefferson Airplane. So I was right. It felt wrong somehow. Like, I don't know. Psychedelic rock has never been my thing. Anyways, that was a fun episode. I enjoyed it. I can't wait to see what happens next, because now the boys suspect Castiel. Or maybe the boys don't, but yeah. Bobby sure does. It's going to be interesting to see what happens next there. Anyways, that is it for today. I thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, however, do take care of yourselves, and peace out.